Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, Episode 7, entitled No Man's Land. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around and keep all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. June is confused while driving at high speed. Where are we going? Canada? Gilead? Is that where you're taking me so they can kill me? What about Luke? What are they gonna do with him? Serena breathes heavily and can't speak, accidentally shooting around into the car, barely missing June's head. June can't take it. She slams on the brakes and makes a run for it. Serena yells, "June, please, I'm not gonna shoot you." Serena drives but crashes on the side of the road. It's their luck Serena is in labor. How far apart are the contractions? When did this all start? We need to take you to the hospital. Who was that guy you shot, Serena? Are you running from him? Serena bears down with the contractions, stressing they can't go to the hospital or they'll find her. It's a sticky situation for June. She doesn't know what to do. She paces back and forth, looking for what to do next, and spots a shed in the distance. They don't have a choice but to walk to it. June helps her to get through the contractions. Think about being on a beach. There's a flashback scene of Serena and June as a handmaid of Fred. She apologizes for their tardiness. Her husband needed encouragement before he addressed the council. You know how men are. June and Serena witness a birthing ceremony with Aunt Lydia shouting for them to all pray for the divine light, while handmaids say over and over again, "Breathe." Serena and June even catch eye contact and give a small giggle. They laugh at the wife behind the handmaid giving birth, mimicking the pain to experience giving birth. Present day, June tells Serena to breathe. It's cold now, but it's going to get even colder. June finds a blanket for Serena. June reminisces on how she was in labor for 19 hours when she had Hannah. Serena had help, though, unlike when June had her baby alone in the cold. If something went wrong, they both would have died. No one would come looking for them either. It would have been like they never existed. Serena cries in pain, and June watches her struggle until she can't anymore. June needs to check the cervix, but Serena won't let her. She's trying to kill her baby. June won't take the BS and tells her, "I'm trying to help you. If you don't want my help, then have the baby alone," then leaves the shed. No matter what June tries to do to move the car, it won't budge. She remembers the birthing ceremony. The handmaid had pushed and now lost a lot of blood. The doctors arrive, and Aunt Lydia tells them discreetly, "Do what you must. It's in the Lord's will." She instructs the handmaids to pray. June doesn't know what's happening. She sees the doctors give the handmaids some sort of anesthesia and begin surgery to remove the baby. She can't believe her eyes. June won't take the defeat. She thinks hard about what will help move the car and wedges a car mat and small log under the wheel, and it works. Now she can't see outside of the windshield. She has to use her hands to push the cracked glass. Her hands bleed from the pressure, but now she has just enough visual for the road. She can't take off immediately. She's deep in thought about leaving someone in need alone. Even Serena is surprised, watching the shed door open, relieved. You came back. Serena counts on her with the contractions. June can now see the crown, and she's almost there. She just has to keep pushing. They have to get the head out. Serena is tired and hot, but she's almost there. Once that's done, the shoulders are next. After that, everything is downhill. Several pushes later, the baby arrives. Now June stares at Serena with envy. It's a look that suggests, how can Serena experience this joy, but has caused so many others pain and sadness? Lydia announces that of Clarence fulfilled her duty and God will be her judge. Let's pray for your sister. As they leave the room, the wives are in pure happiness, no compassion for the dead, indulging in someone else's child. June looks at Serena again in disgust and holding back tears. Serena is in love, saying she will call her baby Noah. He's hungry but is now breastfeeding. June remembers when she breastfed Hannah. It was difficult in the beginning, and Hannah frequently got colds. She would stay at home from work and sometimes didn't want to stay home from work. Serena has to know, why didn't you kill me? Not now, but at the information center during the protest, you had a gun. Why Fred and not me? June's simple response, I didn't want to. Serena always imagined this moment with Fred. The baby even looks like him. June makes small talk about evolution theories, that babies began to look like their fathers so they wouldn't get killed. Within seconds, Serena says, evolution. Serena wonders if her son would be like Fred. June thinks that will depend on how she will raise him. Serena says that she wants the best for her child. And June says with ease, that's what all parents want for their children. Later, there's an eerie silence, wondering what's next. June tells Serena that they have to go somewhere to get help. It's freezing, Serena has a fever, and they have no water or food, and the baby could die. And do you want that? Serena lets her know that they can't go to the hospital. The Wheelers will find her. They have been keeping her just like a handmaid. She felt like June. She can't go to Canada or Gilead, but June, she can take the baby. She has a future. Take him with you. Do what you did with Nicole. You and your husband are good people. Luke is a good man. You can teach him not to do the things my husband did, what I did. God sent June to be with her today. God will have vengeance for his child. You are an avenging angel. Maybe I am the ark, the vessel. I carried my baby and held him, and maybe that's what I was meant to do in my life. Maybe it's God's will. June thinks about everything while Serena speaks. But you came after me, Serena. Is that what you think of me? June slowly takes the baby in her arms and whispers, God's will? A vessel. That's what they thought we were. Who we were. Where we came from. What we wanted. None of that mattered to you. To any of you. Serena apologizes, but June says she doesn't care if she's sorry. We mattered. We were people. We had lives. And that's what I'm going to do to save yours. Because this isn't Gilead, and I'm not you. This is not for you. It's for him. Look at your baby. You are the only person he knows. Familiar smell, the voice, it recognizes it. God's will. You wanted this baby. The baby needs to be with you, and that is God's will. June even emphasizes the familiar line from Serena while grabbing her face. Do you understand me? June rushes with Serena to a local hospital and keeps Serena calm. Everything is okay. They'll take care of you. Just do what they say. June then requests to use the phone. We then hear Moria's voice on the phone. June? She then visits Serena in her room. She updates June that they took Noah to a NICU and they need to observe everything. June confirms, that's procedure. You had a slight fever, so that's normal observation, and they want to keep the baby safe. Serena isn't used to everything being so medical. Her fever is down and they gave her antibiotics. I guess they don't trust my body to do it all on its own. They're not letting me feed him. They're waiting on both of you, yes, to be fully hydrated again. They're giving him formula. June assures again, he'll be fine. I promise. Serena says, like a child, I just want to go home. June says, there is no home, Serena. Home is wherever you are. Before June leaves, Serena says, thank you, while grabbing her hand. Holding back tears, June says, you're welcome. Gladly at the front desk, Luke is there. He was retrieved at the border. She updates him that Serena had a baby and she was there and her baby may have to have certain things in the NICU, but the baby is fine. Luke is frightened by her calmness. June, what's going on with Serena? June guarantees she's fine. Fine. Look, June, what are you talking about? Look, the police are here, but don't worry, they're not here for us. Now June is curious. Serena is being detained for being undocumented by Canada Immigration. That status won't allow Serena legal immediate counsel either. Luke is the one that called the police. He gloats. Her illegal border passing and lack of immigration status. She gave up her visa status when she left that little visitor center. Serena wants to know about her baby, but the detention facility doesn't have infant care. The child protection unit is already there. They will oversee his care. That's all they can tell her now. Luke whispers, alas, she knows what it feels like. And Serena screams to June, no, don't take my baby. June, don't let them take my baby, please. June, do something. Luke continues, justice, right? And June says under her breath, right. And that is the end of the episode. And now it is time for your favorite part of the video. That's right, my review. So it's very obvious of what I've predicted earlier in this season, that it's gonna take some emotional connection from Serena with June. And that's exactly what happened. Sometimes a taste of your own medicine will get you to realize things a little better than just going off of what you think you know and not being biased all the time. This so-called divine plan that Serena and Fred conjured up, and having this idea of creating this Gilead, creating this world based upon their beliefs and forcing people to endure their beliefs. And now she getting a taste of the previous episode, Serena being a handmaid, being constrained, being told what to do against her will, her titles being stripped away, not being able to go anywhere, not being able to go to Gilead, not being able to go to Canada, and even this weird spot of no man's land. She experiences a sort of freedom as a mother, the type of love that I just hear that it's an unmatchable type of love. You as a parent, but carrying your own child, and now she's delivering the baby, and now it being taken away, that strippedness from emotion. And what I found very interesting, I'm sure as a lot of the rest of the viewers, her calling on June to help her as if it's June's responsibility. Don't let them take my baby, kind of this, hey, what are you going to do about it? Like she has all this power. It really baffles me, right? And her being kicked off her high horse, and in this moment of, this is what you made all of those women endure. This is just a salt grain of feeling of what all the handmaids went through, and even a salt grain of what a lot of people have experienced in the so-called fantasy world of Gilead. As I mentioned before in the previous episode, that Commander Lawrence and Nick were waiting on a window of opportunity to do something about Commander Putnam in the first place. His new Gilead idea, right? This was the perfect opportunity in that last episode to strip him away, to get him out of the picture, because he was that wall, remember? And then him saying that, hey, this idea won't go over with the other commanders. But now that he's out of the picture, the Commander Lawrence can make the other commanders bend and have a better insight in trade and letting people in and not having this vicious forceness, right? The rape and the killings and all these things. What if people come here willingly? What if they make the decision that this is their way of life and creating communities? This is what was spoken of in the previous episodes in the season. Now that he's gone, now that we have Serena and June share this emotional connection of motherhood and giving birth, being selfless, right? Serena is finally experiencing selflessness. She understands now. It's this epiphany of maybe we can work as a team. It's still selfish on her end because she had the audacity to ask June, hey, maybe you can take care of the baby. I can't go to Gilead. I can't go to Canada. It's this cycle of Serena always thinking about herself, and to get what she wants, she throws in manipulation and saying, oh, but you have a future and maybe you can do that. Maybe you can, and you, but it's all for her benefit. Her calling June, right? This angel of vengeance, this angel of redemption, and being able to take her child and continue on things that just aren't working, right? The audacity for her to say, well, you and Luke are great people, right? And it's like, if you know I'm a great person, why would you force somebody to do the methods and ways of Gilead? I just thought it was very, very, very good writing, because as a viewer, you're sitting there listening to it like, are you serious? Right? She's so deep into her thoughts and beliefs. Right? Even with her life being saved with antibiotics and her son being placed in the NICU and all that, it's kind of like, oh, I'm not used to all of this. It's so medicine-y, but it saved your life. You know what I mean? It was just very weird, and to see that flipped around. I'm very curious to see how the Wheelers will come and kind of put their foot down on what they believe, because she's in this undocumented situation, right, Serena? And how are the Wheelers, and how strong is their power in order to take the baby away, right? She doesn't have any citizenship. She's just thrown to the wolves, right? And what a coincidence in her saying Fred was ripped apart by wolves, and now she's right in this situation to where she's experiencing thrown to the wolves and being vulnerable and not having anyone in her corner, and to call on, out of all people, June. I also thought it was interesting that Luke, poor Luke, he's so confused, right? He's felt helpless in a lot of these situations, not having the power to help and do anything. But now he has this opportunity of, let me call the cops. They have Serena contained. Let me get, let them get her. She gave up her visa. She's undocumented. Now the cops can get her. And it's this justice. Finally, she's getting what she deserves. When June says, oh no, she's fine, Luke is like, she's fine. Like, why would you be happy that she's okay? Like, wouldn't you want her to just be out of the picture? Wouldn't you want this person to suffer? And when he's looking through the window and he says, right, justice, right? Finally, she's getting to feel what she felt. And June is just like, right. He's so conflicted, right? You want me to be this ride or die? You go to the border, fight for this, and then when I start to do it, now you're backing away from it. It's kind of like, poor Luke. He's just emotionally just being flung all over the place. And June, emotionally as a viewer, she's just all over the place as well. And it's very frustrating. I really want them to wrap up their ideas of this show. As I said in the previous seasons, please don't make it anymore. I'm hoping that they don't go any more than 2 more seasons, because they can really wrap a lot of stuff up, seeing how it's 1 hour. And they have a freedom of a maximum of 10 to 12 episodes. So I'm just really, really eager to see how they're going to wrap this up. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like this video, and also look at other television show recaps and reviews. Check out the final season of the Emmy award-winning series Atlanta, and so much more. In the meantime, in between time, remember to take care of yourself and each other. Bye.